How can we as individuals create a new world? Do we have the power? Do we have the vision to do that? Or are we stuck in overwhelm? Are we able to co-create with others? Or are we supposed to force our own way upon others? This and other questions I explored in this particular painting that I want to talk to you about today. It was painted in 2021 during the pandemic. But before I do that, I invite you to have your own look at this painting, get your own approach, get your own view, and later I will come in and talk about my own views and explorations and answers that I discovered through this work. Welcome back. So before I dive deeper into the topics and questions that I just mentioned at the beginning of the video, I want to talk about the composition of this painting. So basically, what can you see here and what is depicted here? And if you have watched my previous videos, you might already be familiar with my formal language, which is always a mix between abstraction and figurative parts. And here as well you can see human figures which are depicted using the head seen from the top. And you can see this through the nose here, seen from the top. Here is the forehead. And here is the head. Here is the same. So some heads have their noses and some don't. You see all these individuals, all these figures standing in a circle, surrounding this very, very white light. They are standing in this dark space, and they're so abstract that you could also think of mountains or rocks. So there is this tectonic idea again. We don't have a size for that. It could be macrocosm, like something really cosmic, or just like I said, mountains, rocks, but it could also be human figures. And they're standing, as I said, in this dark space, and they're all facing this very bright light in the center. Now, what is this light? What can we see here? It differs from the light of the paintings that I showed you in the last videos, which were much more warm, like fire. But now we have this very bright white light, just like light from the sun. And as you might know, the white light contains all colors, right? The whole rainbow. Colors that we can see and some colors we cannot even perceive. But the white light contains like the whole spectrum that is visible for us. And these individuals here, all of them, are standing together and they are looking into this light, so they are witnessing the light, but they're also the creators of the light. And again, they are created by the light. So we have again this torus, the creation and the created. Each and every individual have their own perspective in this circle. No one shares the same perspective. And through these individual perspectives that are brought into this central light, these individuals are creating this white light, because the white light contains the whole spectrum, and these people are representing the whole spectrum. So it's not about this individual against the other individual. It's not an either or, it's a both and. So through their coming together in this circle, they're able to create this white light. And what is this white light? It could be something like a new world. It could be something like a new human, a new creation. What I explored in this work that I made during the pandemic, where this division between the people was so strong. So it wasn't, there are only two sides. There's only right or wrong. There's the people who are doing the right things, and there's the people who are doing the wrong things. So in this work, I tried to, explore this and also find an answer to this division. Find an answer to, and go beyond this division of either or. One is right and the other is wrong. And it led me to this white light in the center that is made up of all these different views and can be created only because we are different, and if we bring together all our differences or our flavors, we can co-create this huge, amazing new world, new earth, new human, new whatever, because we are self-realized and are able to stand in our own truth, stand together in our own truth, and by that we are curious what other perspectives are, and we see them as equal and not as something that has to be fought against. Because it's not about the right or wrong perspective, it's about my own authentic perspective. You could call this your talents, your authenticity. So once we each discover our talents, this is actually what our light ray contribution is to this white light. So we each have a part of this puzzle, and by coming together, we are able to create. So both is needed, the individual, the authentic individual, but also the group that is made up of these individuals. And of course, these individuals have to have this view of co-creation of both and not fight each other. Doesn't mean that there is not a dynamic, but there is a certain self-realization that is the first step into this. So this is why to know thyself is so important. And this is also why this painting is also called United Alchemists, because it is about the people who are aware of themselves, who are aware of their individual talents, individual signature. And this awareness makes them discern reality and not be caught up in either or, in the extremes, in one or zero, but see all the nuances in between and be able to choose a perspective or also change this perspective, and to know that there is not an absolute truth, but that the truth if we want to use the word for this white light as being the truth, is a sum, is a coming together of different perspectives, and we can come closest to the truth if we add up as many perspectives as possible, just like a jigsaw puzzle. I will now let you have a longer view on this painting on your own, and your own exploration regarding the role of the individual, your role in the co-creation of the new world, in the co-creation with other individuals, in your view about yourself. Are you letting yourself have multiple perspectives? Are you interested and curious about other people's perspectives that can help you, help us access this bigger truth through coming together and having multiple perspectives, like spheric perspectives, since it's not about up and down, left and right. It's more of a sphere, and each perspective is equally important because it makes up the whole then, or brings us closer to the whole. I invite you to have a longer look now, as I said, and I hope to see you in the last video, which will be an exploration of this topic in a similar and yet completely different way. Until next time, take care and see you soon.